Hello everybody and welcome to another Dicey review. My name is Bryson.
And I'm Josiah.
And today we are reviewing Monopoly City by Hasbro. It's for ages 8+ and for 2 to 6 players.
Yeah, so anyone who has played Monopoly, you'll pretty much recognize this game, but it has a couple new features that are really neat. Like instead of just buying houses and putting them on the properties once you own a selected color group, you actually build whole towers and industrial blocks and different things like that. And your opponents, if they land on certain spaces, can build like sewage plants and a whole bunch of really unpleasant things in the same area and cause different problems for you.
Yeah, so you have a bunch of options to build from residential to industrial to even skyscrapers. The residentials are obviously the cheapest, but they're the easiest to
sabotage, I suppose?
Sabotage is the word. But the industrial, if you land on certain squares, you have to have to pay taxes on them. So it's a big choice between which do I go for. Do I try to build up my defenses and then go for residential because it's cheaper, or do I go for industrial and just hope I don't land on tax squares?
Yeah, the other really cool thing is that in this game, the railroads actually are railroads. You can use them to transport yourself around the board. So with a couple well-placed railroads, you can actually totally skip over places where your opponent has a lot of property that could cost you a lot of money. The game overall is just really, it's Monopoly, but there's a lot of really cool additions, and it's a very cool innovation.
Yeah, so if you don't want to play the actual Monopoly because you find it boring or you've played it too much, and you want to play a Monopoly-style game that takes less time, I think, then feel free to pick this game up. You'll have a good time, at least for a few times. But yeah, that seems to be it for this part of the video. On to the review.
So this game tends to take about an hour to 2 hours, depending, although there is a little timer in the box, and you can just cut the game off at 1 hour and just count up your cash and see who won. So that's really nice. If you're just going for a shorter game, the game will tell you when you've played for 1 hour. But if you want to play the game through to the end, it probably won't ever take you more than 2 hours.
So this game costs about $30 to $40 because it's a Hasbro game. They don't tend to be too expensive. The quality of this game is actually pretty decent. The board has complete functionality. The towers and everything, they look nice. And they feel nice, and they seem to do the job. A few of the littler towers, you tend to not understand what they are until you actually read about them, and then you can figure it out. But for the most part, it actually feels pretty nice. So as we said before, it is definitely a family game. It's recommended for ages 8 and up. That seems pretty accurate even on the board or on the game. It just says family, so that just shows that it's a family game. If you have middle-aged kids, then it can definitely work out.
I feel like this game has quite a bit of replay value just because of the extra features that they added to the game for this version of Monopoly. But at the same time, people who are very familiar with Monopoly will probably get sick of it fairly fast just because it isn't that different. The basic gameplay is very much the same, but they have added some new features. So I feel like this is more like, if you're bored with Monopoly, you might want to play this, but you'll still get bored of this fairly quickly. So I don't feel like it has a ton of replay value, but it's worth playing a few times.
It's definitely not one of those games that you're going to every day or every weekend want to say, let's play Monopoly City. It's one of those games that if you're bored of everything else or you don't have anything else, it's a fun time and you'll just want to play it. So overall, this game seems mediocre. It's not a flop or anything. It's no excellent game, but it's one of those games that you'll find yourself playing and you'll have a good time, but afterwards you just will be like, that was nothing special. So I'm going to give this 5.5 towers out of 10.
Yeah, I definitely feel like this game is just very much a reiteration of Monopoly. It's not really that much better. It's certainly no worse. It's just different to give it a bit of a different flavor and flair. So yeah, I'm giving it a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, so that's it for this review. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like below or even subscribe. But until next time, see ya.